Hi everybody, Dominic Esposito, the drill instructor. My friend James Brown, everybody knows he's been on our show a few times before. James, welcome tonight. Glad to have you, man. Really glad you're here.
Appreciate it.
Everybody, you want to do a little shout out to James? Hi, and we're going to do some really important stuff tonight. People have been asking for a long time. Well, you know, the list. I've got a whole list because so many of you do write. And James, as you know, I kind of really try to work with. We reach an average of 10 to 12,000 players every week. I'm a member on some well over 150, 200,000 members in sites of pool. And so for those of them who recognize me and they jump on, and so thank you to all of you. And tonight, on the list of things that we're going to work with, tonight we're going to talk about frozen rail shots. And several of you have told me, we've done stop shot, follow shot, draw shot. We've done a number of things looking at patterns and so on and so forth. But one of the things recently that is really coming up is people go, look, I have trouble shooting balls on the rail. So we're going to go through a drill tonight. We're going to develop an entire exercise. I'm going to have James do the shooting tonight, okay? I'll do the teaching. All the rest of you, you notice there's something kind of new going on the screen tonight. You see it down there? thedrillinstructor.us, okay? You see my phone number. You see the email address. We've got the camera working. Hey, please, remember last week we were kind of blurry. The resolution was all really messed up, okay? I was a little disappointed about that. James, thank you. James got me kind of bailed out of some of this trouble. And so he's really techie like that, which is really good. I'm really not. So the picture should look really great tonight. Hopefully the audio, you can hear me okay. Now, we do have the equipment to have wireless microphones so that you'll not hear me sounding echoey. It should sound really clean and tight. But for some reason, again, a little technical, blah, blah, we just haven't been able to get that fixed yet. But we will, but we've got the equipment to do it, and it's going to work. And the reason we have to have this really high quality equipment is because I'm going to be doing live, private, interactive pool lessons with you guys. That's what we're setting up, okay? Right. And so this equipment has got to check out. If anybody wants to get on the list, I know several of you are already on the list. I already wrote you back and said, yes, I'll be back in touch. That's because until all of the equipment tests out correctly for us, then we'll test it with you. And I will do one-on-one private time with you. You saw I did about an hour and a half ago, I did a test shot where I told you guys about having something to hold your tablet or your phone high enough so it could be moved around so I could see you, you could see me. I have a big giant computer monitor over here that I'm going to be able to watch everything you're doing, and you're going to be able to watch me through this new setup, the way we've got these cameras set up here in the studio. So that's it. Okay, enough yakking. Let's get into the lesson. I want to talk to you tonight about frozen rail shots. First of all, let me diffuse one of the biggest problems, James. You know why most pool players who struggle with frozen rail shots struggle is because they actually think the rail is a problem.
Right.
If it was just a regular average cut shot, you'd make it. Just forget the rail is even there. The only time we care about the rail is there is because we're trying to create a specific action with the cue ball. So we're going to do both of these things tonight, okay? We're going to work on just making the shot, and then I'm going to teach you how to control cue ball position with cue ball speed and control. So James, here's one of the first things I want you to do is go ahead, get your stick. You're going to shoot from that side tonight, so that I could show everybody a little bit closer to what's going on over here. Let's work with this cue ball here. Now, here's what I want you guys to notice right up front tonight. And that is, let me put my cue out of the way. James, I just want you to shoot this 9-ball right here. Just shoot it as a normal cut shot. Okay? Just humor me. Humor me and make that simple shot. Thank you, James. Now, listen up, gang. That was just a typical cut shot, right? Let's go ahead and take the cut shot and let's put it over here this time. Ah, very good. Now, I've got you in a real awkward position, stretching out over the table, acting kind of really weird and goofy. Okay? And that's okay. Everybody just don't worry if he misses. We all miss, okay? Shoot that one more time, James. Okay, now, here's the thing. All he made was a simple 30 to 45 degree cut shot. That's it. Now, here's the thing. Whether it was here or it's just on the rail,
same shot.
It's the same shot. Just cut the shot. Forget the rail. So this is lesson number 1 tonight. The number 1 reason pool players have trouble with rail shots is you got this psychological nothing going on in your head thinking, oh, it's on the rail. It's just a cut shot. Forget the rail and cut the ball in the hole. You'd still have to make the same point of contact on the ball. You'd still have to make the same point of contact to make the thing go in the hole. Nothing is any different whether it was here or it was here. It's simply the contact point on the object ball. Focus on that and just cut the shot and forget the rail. Honest, you'll be amazed I'm right. Okay, now let's go to the next thing that I want you to learn. The ball is on the rail, definitely. And we're going to work from the other side this time, okay? James, I'm going to make it a little easier on you, okay? So here's what I want you to do, James. I want you to take, everybody, you're going to go from the second diamond. I want you to put the cue ball out 1 diamond, and then I want you to put your object ball right here on here. Now, you guys can see, hey, here's one of the new things we've got. We can actually zoom in and out of the picture now. So what I want you to do is all I want you to do is just make the ball. Okay. Don't do anything else, just make the ball. Go ahead. That's it. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Now, here's where everybody's going to start getting a little crazy with me, okay? Now, we have already spent over the past several weeks doing top, middle, bottom, and doing 1, 2, 3 tips of top, 1, 2, 3 tips of bottom, and then, of course, in the middle. So you got the center 7. The center 7. Now, here's what we'll do, James. Starting from this position, 1 diamond in, 1 diamond out. The first thing you would do is I want you to hit that with 1 tip of top.
Okay.
Go ahead. Okay? Now, you're going to hit a dozen of those. 10, 12, 15 of them. I want the same position. I want you to go to 2 tips of top. Go to 2 tips. Okay? Now, do you get discouraged if you miss? No, you don't get discouraged. Number 1, slow down your shot. Because that's what happens to most people. You shoot too hard. And aim. Aim. Now, after you've hit another dozen of these, a whole rack, however many the pocket will tolerate, then you go to 3 tips of top. Now let's do that. Go to 3 tips. Now hit this with 3 tips of top. Okay. Now, you're going to do the same thing with hitting 1, 2, and 3 tips of bottom. Then you're going to hit center ball. Now, the reason we do center ball last, okay, is because center ball is going to give us the optimum straight across result. Just a center ball hit. Go ahead, James. Hit that with center ball. Watch this little cluster right over here. That's simple. Center ball is going straight across. And then the next thing you'll do is you'll take this same shot and you'll move the ball. You ready for this? You're going to move it up 1 whole diamond out and 1 whole diamond in. Now, if you start to miss and miss and miss and miss and miss, then only go up a half a diamond and a half a diamond.
Okay.
Because we need to build to that position.
Right.
Now, once we have done this, and then we bring the ball into this position here until you're shooting it from mid-table. Okay, go ahead and shoot that, James. You would be shooting that. Shoot it with center ball right for now. But everybody, you're going to shoot this with 1, 2, and 3 tips of top, 1, 2, and 3 tips of bottom, and then center ball. And you're going to take this all the way, James, you're going to take this all the way until you continue to progress, and I want you to shoot it from here. You're going to use 1, 2, and 3 tips at top, 1, 2, and 3 tips at bottom, and middle. Now, the reason I want you to stay strictly on the center 7, the reason is because I want you to be able to focus on mastering the actual object ball contact. The object ball contact, I want you to become confident with your aim. You understand? Now, once you have stretched this shot, give me all the cue balls that are in the pocket if you see them. Okay? Once you have stretched this shot all the way from the positions like I'm showing you here, okay? You've stretched this whole shot. Then I want you to take the entire shot, exercise, and move it up a diamond. And repeat the same thing. Start shooting for 1 diamond right there, and go 3 tips at top, 3 tips at bottom, middle. And then I want you to go ahead, and I want you to just begin to extend the cue balls. Then take the same shot and move it up to the 3rd diamond. That's going to bring it from here to here. You say, Dom, that looks like the exact same shot. It is the same shot. Now, the next thing I want you to do, when you've learned to work the rail, by the way, this works on every one of the 6 rails. Exactly. You do it from here, then, James, you're going to move it all the way over to this side. And then to here, and to here. You're going to move it over to here, here, here. You're going to move it down here to the bottom rail. And that's what you have to do to master, just make the ball. That's the #1 rule on rail shots. You have to make the ball. Now we go to point number 2. How do I master the cue ball speed and position control? You ready? James, shoot for me again. We're going to take the same shot. We're going to take it from here. 1 diamond in, 1 diamond out. Do me a favor. This time I want you to shoot with 1 tip up and 1 tip inside.
Okay.
Bring the cue ball just back to the middle of the table.
Okay.
1 tip up, 1 tip inside. There it is.
A little hard.
Now, we'll shoot it again. This time, we will have gone through the rack of balls, extend the distance, and this time, I want you to, and remember, only go half a diamond if you need. This time I want you to go 1 tip up, 1 tip inside, and we're going to continue to do this exercise all the way until you get down to here. So shoot from this diamond, from here. James, give me 1 tip up, 1 tip inside. This whole run.
Where am I parking?
Just park the cue ball right around the middle of the table.
Too hard.
Here it comes, a little hard, but that's part of cue ball speed and position control that you're going to work on. Now, ultimately, you're going to hit this exact same shot. Listen carefully. You guys that are taking notes, ladies, you're taking notes. You're going to shoot from here. You're going to shoot from here. You're going to shoot from here. These cue balls are going to run all the way up the table. Okay? So you can mark the positions. So you know what you're shooting. So these cue balls are moving all the way up the table. You understand? And you're going to be shooting 1 tip up, 1 inside. 2 tips up, inside. 3 tips up, 1 inside. 1 tip bottom, 1 inside. 2 tips bottom, 1 inside. 3 tips bottom, 1 inside. And you have to learn to master that speed. Now, I want you to do that on all 4 sides of the table. And if you want to add the bottom and the top rail, you can do that too. Until ultimately, your shots are going to start to look a little something like this. James, let's go ahead and shoot this one from here. Let's pick on the 1 ball. And here's what I want you to show everybody why this is so important. We're playing 9 ball, okay, James?
Okay.
And here's the winning shot. James is on the, okay, I know it's the 1 ball. Bear with me. Rawr. Here, it's the 8 ball. Here's what we need to accomplish. We need shape on the 9 ball. We need shape on the 9-ball. You will come to the place where now you're working with cue ball speed and position control. And if you follow the progression of exactly what I've given you, you're going 1, 2, 3, top, 1, 2, 3, bottom, and middle. And by the way, you're paying attention to what those cue ball path movements are because you're learning what they do. But ultimately, James, what I want you to give me is give me 3 tips at top, 1 tip inside, and I want you to hit this with about a good 5.5 to 6 speed shot stroke, and you're going to make perfect shape on that 9-ball. Let everybody see that, James.
Oh, I had a terrible.
Okay, what caused that? And that's okay. What caused that? What happened is you had 2 tips of left. You can't use 2. It has to be 1. If you use 2 tips of left and you hit it that hard, that ball's coming across. You need 3 tips at top, like I told you, and only 1 tip inside. And that cue ball will come here.
Mm-hmm. And then shoot around.
If you use 2 tips, the ball's coming here. And that's part of what you're going to discover, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to discover where the cue ball does go by continually doing each of the progressions for the full rack of balls. Okay, James, let's see this time if you can do this. Don't make me have to shoot it. Oh yeah, almost. Almost. Not bad. Let's go one more time, James, because, hey, we're a little cold. Don't sweat it, but you will do this. James, give me more. 3 top, 1 inside. Stroke through. Okay, now I like this. Now I like this. Go ahead, win the game. Why not? Hope you guys can see this on camera. And the winning shot. He's close enough. Absolutely. So here's the thing. Frozen rail shots are no different than any other. James, come on, join me right here. James, make a couple comments about frozen rail shots from your perspective. Aside from everything I'm teaching, let them hear some of your thoughts about what you're dealing with when you're working with frozen rail shots. And let's just go ahead and talk about that.
I used to struggle with them a lot. Like you said, I used to think that the rail was always the problem. To me, I think actually the rail makes it easier. It gives you a guideline of where you want to hit the ball at. And they're important to know. I mean, shots like that in eyeball happen all the time. All the time. And you got to know how to make it.
Part 1 of what I taught you tonight was you've got to make the ball. And you need to focus on being able to make the ball on the center axis of the cue ball. Because if you can't make the ball, who cares what you can do with the cue ball? It's not your turn anymore. You're sitting down. Make the ball and do what I gave you first. Then go back through the whole exercise and begin to take and add 1 tip of inside to each of the positions and start getting that cue ball to run around. Get it to go 1 rail. Get it to go 2 rails. Get it to go 3 rails. Hey, get it to go 4 rails, even 5, until you've got that cue ball. And you don't have to bang it. A 6-speed. That's it. That's tops. It's going to make it around beautifully because of all the running help on the cue ball. So that's it. Listen, right now, all the books and all the DVDs, the whole Black Ops kit, everything for training to learn these drills and learn these shots, everything on the website's at 50% off of all of my training material. You could still get it because that sale's coming off right after Easter. That sale's over, and I don't want you guys to miss it, okay? So come on, hop to it. You got your tax refunds already. Treat yourself good. I'm doing my part. I'm giving you half off. You guys do your part. Get the material so that you get this stuff down pat. In the meantime, James, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Appreciate it.
Stick around. We're going to grill some steaks.
Yes.
Ha ha. Wish you were here, but sorry I don't have enough steaks. Now, here's the thing, gang. Next week, write to me. write to me. I want to be part of the free lessons so we could test the way this whole interactive personal private instruction is going to work. I got the new equipment for it. The program's going to work right. Write to me and say, yeah, please, I want to be part of that. You're going to need to have your own phone, tablet, something where you have a camera on a pool table so I can see you. You're going to need to make sure it's at a time of the day where I can talk to you and not be fighting with the bar music. And we're going to see how this is going to work out, because there are too many players around the world that just can't come to South Carolina and work with me who want to. And I want to make sure this is going to work out for everybody. So I want to be able to do that with you for free, no charge, while we're making the system work. And thank you to James and to Alvin. These guys are making sure that this stuff is really working. Hey, one last thing I'm going to share with everybody. This is really personal, so don't tune out. Don't tune out, okay? Denise has been really sick. Not sure if I could talk about too much of it yet. It's progressing. I don't know. I can't tell what kind of a problem it's becoming or not, but it's not so good. And that said, just if you're a praying person, include her. If you're just giving her just your caring thoughts, please do so. And I just wanted to let you know that, because it's a big deal for us, a very big deal. Okay, I love you guys. God bless you. Aim straight, shoot straight, and what?
Split the pockets.
Split the pockets. I can't wait to see you guys next week. God bless you. James, thank you for, I think the cameras are working tonight.
I think it's great.
I just don't know how to shut it off.
I saw it last night. How to come over.
How do you shut it?
Oh, just...
And post it. I just don't even know yet. I love you guys.